A week ago, we showed you the next renovation we're going to do. It's a house of almost 400 square meters that we're going to completely renovate ourselves. The only thing left to see is what's behind this white door, and that's what we'll discover today. And what we found is an 80 square meter cellar. This cellar is divided into 3 parts. This would be the first part, which is where we find the highest ceilings. It's truly amazing. It's about 3 or 4 meters high. And each of the areas is separated by these incredible exposed brick arches. We have great ideas for this cellar. The very first thing we need to do is remove all this big structure that we have here. Because it's in really bad condition, it's completely rotten, I imagine the idea would be to create some kind of partition so you can get in and make a small entrance. But we are not going to use this. In fact, we are going to remove absolutely everything. We will use this door for something else, for something we need. But everything else we are going to throw out. Besides being in bad condition, we think it's not practical. So we'll remove it and leave everything open. The truth is, it's really cool in here. The temperature change is quite significant. We are in the lowest part of the whole house. Right in front of us is the little garden you already saw in the previous video. And honestly, it's really cool in here. Well,
let's talk about that cellar.
Well, let's see. What do we want this cellar to have?
A cellar that we want to turn into something special.
Yes, something unique, but it should include a bit of everything.
Well, yes, I've been told names like the winery, the Leia, which is called El Cellar. And honestly, we want to create a space that's radically the opposite of the house.
Opposite the house? What do you mean?
I want it to be a space that takes me to another world.
Okay, that sounds good to me. The thing is, we have to think about how we're going to arrange it, and especially what tones and colors we're going to use. Also materials, right? What do we definitely want it to have?
A pool table.
Okay, let's each say one thing. For you, something that's a must-have is a pool table.
A pool table.
For me, I absolutely need a projector with some couches.
Okay, a dartboard.
That's cool. What else did I say? I don't recall.
And I have it very clear.
Now it slipped my mind. I would like it to have a jacuzzi, but I don't know if that's too crazy.
I was going to say the jacuzzi too. I would really like the jacuzzi, but...
Okay, no, kitchen.
Well, yeah, I would like a kitchen too, yes. So, a jacuzzi.
And let's not get carried away because we can't have that many things.
No, it's not that big either, honestly. A disco ball on the ceiling.
It's a dance area.
A dance area.
Yes, that sounds good to me. So we have 3 mini rooms, so to speak. Let's consider the arches as what defines the rooms. So in the first room, what do we put?
The first room, I'm not sure, but we brought a whiteboard for something in this video.
Let's draw it. Ivan, who is already used to making plans. Okay.
Well, you know, little plans.
Well, at least the ones for this house, he's going to go ahead and do them.
The storage room would be all of this here. So you come in through some stairs that are right here. Here there would be a sort of loft, which we're not really sure what to use for. Here there's all this filigree here that we want to remove. And here would be the first arch, okay? Imagine that this is the arch.
We access it from these stairs, and here we have a sort of loft that we've basically thought of using for storage, like a kind of storage room. If you have any ideas for what we could do here, that would be perfect. But honestly, since the access is a bit difficult, we thought we could put up some shelves and semi-hide it to create a storage area. Right now, I was just thinking that maybe the kitchen could go here too, but actually no. What if you fall? You'd fall backwards and really hurt yourself here. But anyway, it's a matter of thinking it over, giving it some thought, and seeing what we can do in this area here, which actually repeats in all 3 sections. What would you like to have in room 1?
Room 1, which is the entrance to the cellar. Honestly, I don't have much of an idea for room 1, but I would like this wall here to be a wall that looks really beautiful as soon as you walk in, you know? I don't know what I would put there, but it's like saying you're entering a wine cellar, so maybe put some backlit hanging wine bottles or something to hint that something cooler is coming. That's the only clear idea I have for that room.
I would take advantage of the fact that we have the loft here, which is like a storage room to keep things. And since it makes this corner, I would put a sofa here, like a corner sofa, so that when, you have a drink or whatever in one of the other areas, you can come here, right, and sit down, let's say. That way we can make use of this area that feels so empty.
Right? What if we put a projector on the ceiling and turn this whole area into a screen?
And that way we could include that, right? The projector thing, so if you have a party or something and want to play music, you can play it here.
We should mention that we're thinking of the basement as a recreational area, like we said at the beginning, a place that takes us somewhere else.
Yeah, like a party room, right? So to speak. This is the first one.
So it's a chill out area, right? That's what it says.
Yes, exactly.
All of this up here is for storage, and here is the screen so you can see the projection.
This area is big, but not as much as the next one, which would be this one here. Here we find the ceiling a little lower, but the area is much bigger. We have a lot of ideas for this area, and if you notice what we have here, the colors that stand out the most are orange and red. It's something we weren't completely convinced about, these colors. But the truth is that we've lit these torches, although right now only this torch is still lit because we've lit them. We've had trouble getting them all lit for a while, and when they finally turned on, the truth is that the orange actually looked pretty good, even though we had other ideas in mind. Shades like that, a bit darker, dark wood, black marble, themes, materials, and colors. What did you have in mind?
What I have in mind is for it to be something dark. I mean, I imagine the kitchen being dark. I picture it being totally different from the rest of the house. I want the house to be cheerful, with lots of light.
Bright?
With brightness, and here I want it to be dark. And what stands out are the exposed brick arches with backlighting. I mean, I want the brick to take center stage. Inside, I think I'd like some kind of wood or something.
This dark wood, for example, is really cool.
Yes, but I would like real wood.
Well, but wood, for example.
For example, I like these more than these, and I would make it darker with the color. Anthracite, kind of like that.
This dark wood mixed with dark marble.
I like it too, yeah. Is there marble here? Yes. Look, literally something like this. For example, I imagine something like this. This looks spectacular to me. I would make the wood a little darker.
Me too, yeah, a little bit darker.
If this were marble, also dark, I would love it. And then I would make the entrance wall the main feature, the one we said we would decorate.
I really like these tones too, to give it a bit of brightness so it doesn't look so dark. Something like this or like this.
Yes, I like them too. It's cool.
It's like cement or something similar. That would look cool too.
But you have to break up all the darkness with something. I mean, it can't all be so dark.
That's why I'm telling you, so it doesn't look so dark, break it up with some kind of stone or cement imitation or something like that.
The 80s disco ball does look odd paired with something so modern, right?
No. Okay, so we're clear that it's dark tones mixed like this with imitation dark marble, like black with dark wood, and maybe a touch of light, maybe on the floor.
I like this one. The idea was very similar.
And the lighting here is going to play a big role because, of course, we have to add a lot of indirect lighting.
All indirect.
All indirect lighting plus accent lights, but only in very specific areas.
Light points that create a pattern on the wall.
For example, taking a risk with a wall and making it, I don't know, red marble.
Not red, but another color, yes.
Well, red, green, a bottle green like that. Well,
Red might not look bad with it.
be careful. Red can look really cool, especially paired with dark accents.
Won't the dark and red make it look like 50 Shades of Grey? People might assume that's what they'll see there.
With the sofa and everything, blue ocean, or it could also be bottle green. Those are dark tones, but like, wow, they really catch your eye.
Yeah, I like it.
But the truth is that this orange color didn't look bad at all. We'll have to see what we do with this orange color. The floor is ceramic, and honestly, right now it's super dirty. But it was even dirtier the day we came to see it for the first time. When we first came to the house, we thought this was a storage room, just a little door. And we just went in, and we really didn't expect to find this at all. What is this? Oh, damn! But there's some fear, right, because of that?
Yes, it's open.
There's a little bit of, of jitters. What a scare. Oh, I don't know. What if there's someone, Ivan? Oh, how scary, please. But what is this?
Hello? We just came to see the house.
Yes, a few cobwebs.
But here it makes you want to shout this.
But what is this?
I don't know if it's fire or something, I don't know. Very strange.
That, in the end, is what made us fall in love with this house. And we were so excited that since all of this was incredibly dirty, they were walking fast, and slipped and almost fell right here on this floor full of mud because everything was super dirty. This is intense. There we are. Oh, Ivan, damn.
Thank you. I would say this has mud or something like that.
Yes.
And damn it, The next room would be next, which is bigger than the first one, something like this. And here we have a room, a machine room. And here we would have the last area, which we're going to make a little bigger. As you can see, we were eager to try out the canvas. Yes, well, the canvas stand, and we didn't know how, and we thought this was a very good option.
Here, right behind me on this red wall, we have a small storage room where all the pool equipment is. Here, as I was saying, is the installation, or well, the pool equipment. Honestly, we don't really know how everything works, so we have to figure it out, and there's quite a bit of work to do here. And, well, it's a small room, but it's nice because we have everything organized here. And, well, we have to see what things we need to do, and there are quite a few.
The next room is the biggest one here, taking advantage of the space and the drain that's here. I'd like to set up a kind of kitchen here, a built-in kitchen, or just a nice looking one, so that when you're here, you have an area to store things. All the glasses, all the things you might need for a party. And if it's not too much to ask, maybe even a bar like the ones in nightclubs. Well, like the bars in those luxury homes we've seen, the bars in those mansions, that have a counter to serve drinks with some stools. Here.
Not a project?
These aren't stools, these were people serving, these were stools, some little stools here.
That would be really cool then.
Imagine the whole wall full of glasses with backlighting, it would be really cool.
There, what we do have is the drain, but we would need to find a water supply. If you're going to serve drinks and such here, the thing is, we absolutely need to be able to wash them and put them back in their place.
I've seen a drain, but not a water supply. And put them back?
I don't know if we need to run that over there because we'll have a problem, and then we really will. Here we have the kitchen area, and here we need to make it like the party area. We don't put the ball here, the typical one that makes little lights, the one that spins around, the disco ball.
The one from the 80s disco is the same kind.
We can put parties here, spins, maybe more.
Maybe not. How much seating do we need to watch?
Well, I don't know, maybe a sofa, but more like an armchair, 2 armchairs or something like that. Because if not, this area feels really dull, right? Really dead. There's nothing here.
There's so much couch. What's it for?
Well, let's just leave this on standby for now. In any case, if we wanted to add something in the future, a jacuzzi could go here.
A jacuzzi? I think that's a bit unnecessary. We're going to put a jacuzzi here. This is water, okay?
In this part here, we have the pool terrace above us. In the first part, we had the kitchen terrace, and here we have the pool terrace. And from this wall here to over there is the pool. That's why the next area we're going to see is the smallest, because the pool is right next to it. And now let's go to the third and last area. Like I said, it's the smallest one because the pool is on this side, but we have great ideas for this area here. And in this area of the cellar, we find the wine rack, more than 700 spaces to place bottles. It's truly amazing, super cool. But what the hell? Wow, a wine cellar.
My mom is the most beautiful woman.
That's intense, oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
That's unbelievable.
Here is where the next arc would start, and here would be the wine cellar, and here are some stairs. Zone 3 is the one I have the clearest in my case. I would put a pool table here like this. This, well, I'm pretty sure something like that. It would be a bit smaller, I made it too big.
Yeah, a little too big.
Which is smaller. But anyway, imagine this is a pool table, okay? It would go on one side here, and here there would be 2 big armchairs. For those who aren't playing pool, so they can watch the game without having to stand. And here, there would be a table with a few things to set your drink on. And here on this wall, I would put the dartboard area. There would be a dartboard to throw darts at. And on this side here, I would hang the pool cues on the wall for the pool table. Honestly, and the pool table has to go somewhere, I would like it to be here. And so this would be an area to disconnect from everything. With all of this backlit and wine bottles in the background, it would be like, what wine do today's guests want? We'd bring the wine up from the cellar.
Let's see, it's really cool, but honestly for me it's fine, but basically it's because we have to make use of this drain, otherwise for me the kitchen should go here. Especially because if the wines are here, it's much easier to prepare things in the kitchen, having them much closer. For me, it would make more sense for the kitchen to be next to the wine cellar.
No, but one thing is the wine cellar and another is the bar kitchen area. The bar kitchen area has nothing to do with a wine cellar.
But well, if you have wines, in the end it just makes sense for them to be close to the kitchen.
Yeah, but you'll go to the wine cellar to get the wine you want and you'll pour yourself a glass here.
Since you have no other option, the kitchen would ideally be here. No.
I see the pool table here, but there's no space or drain.
That's the thing, there's no drain, otherwise ideally it would be there. But well, no, I think it's fine like this. It looks cool and we can use this drain, which is what we have to do in the end. We forgot about the bathroom. We should make a toilet.
Wow, we should build a bathroom.
Of course, since all the machinery and everything is here, maybe we can divide this room in two and put a door here and a door here. We could add a small toilet and sink here, and this door could lead to the machine area. What do you think?
Man, it's fine, but we need to run the drain from here to here, which means breaking up the whole floor.
There must be a toilet. Having to go upstairs to pee from a room like this is inconvenient.
If there's a water connection, yes. Otherwise, we'll need to bring water. You can bring it in with multi-layer pipes, it's easy. After all the installation is exposed, all the electrical wiring is exposed. Yes, there really should be a bathroom. It's really a storage room that's only going to be used for parties, yes.
Occasionally.
Look, if it's not there, then it's not there. But since it is, let's make the most of the cellar and make it a totally different environment from what we're used to.
And it's a shame we don't have electricity because it would be really nice to turn on those little lights on the wall instead of walking around with torches like this. And Ivan, since we have everything lit up, I'm going to show you a picture of how it looks right now. And the truth is you can't see anything at all because of course there are only 2 windows and it's really hard for light to get in here. Also, to create that kind of dim atmosphere, but the vibe of the lit torch is also cool. It's got a real survivalist vibe. We get to this area up here with the bottles by using these stairs right here. And from here we could go and grab a bottle. Honestly, it's really cool. It's hard to fill so many bottle slots. I really doubt we'll ever fill them all. But anyway, it does look really nice. As for the floor, we're not really sure yet if we're going to keep it or not. We need to bring a pressure washer here once we have electricity and water so we can give the floor a really good cleaning to see what condition it's in, and then we'll see if we can make use of it or not. And well, that's it for the area of the house that impressed us the most. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be back very soon with updates on the renovation. We have a lot of work ahead of us, but we're already making great progress. So see you very soon on the channel. See you soon. The laminate is so slippery, it's just ridiculously slippery. Honestly, it's all a mess.